Hello everyone and welcome back to another portfolio update video. As you can see, we are sitting at $6,125.28. We are up a ton now. We made a huge recovery from last week. If you watched the last video, you would have seen we were down almost 1.5%, I think. We were getting destroyed by ChargePoint, but now we are at a new all-time high for the portfolio. So for the day, we are up $13.75. For the week, we are up $202.25. For the month, we were up $119.71, and for the remaining, which is pretty much all time, we were up $125.28, or 2.09%. And keep in mind, this was the final week of the month, so this is our first month in the books and over with, and you can see we hit our 2% passive income goal for the month, completely realized, which is perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. This is exactly what I was hoping for, so that's amazing. You can see for current positions, I'm still holding the Labu $5 put, which has an equity of $15 left in it, so 3%, and we're down overall $2 on that, so I'm just going to let that slowly decay away. We still have the SoFi debit spread, which I'm just holding on to for the long term, which has an equity of only $55, so really not much going on there. Bought a little bit more TQQQ, bought a little bit more UPRO, and you can see these are up huge again, an all-time, which is just great. So I'm just going to keep dollar cost averaging into that every single Monday with 1/8 of a share. Aside from that, I've compiled a list here of high-quality wheel stocks that I'm going to start moving towards, as opposed to the risky, non-profitable wheel stocks that I've been wheeling thus far. So to start off, we have KeyBank, which I really like, and I'm going to start wheeling that this week. Then we have Warner Bros, which is a little bit out of my price range right now, but if it pulls back a little bit, I'll be looking to wheel this as well. AT&T, which I think is great. I'm looking to pick this up at $15.50 a share, so I'll be selling puts on this. And Wells Fargo, which kind of ran away from me this week, which sucks, but I'll just wait for a pullback, and then I'm going to start selling puts on this as well. In the meantime, I'm going to use KeyBank as kind of a banking replacement for Wells Fargo in this portfolio. So yeah, still going to be wheeling all of these stocks here, all the risky ones, but I just want to diversify and just kind of fortify my portfolio, with the majority being those profitable, good long-term stocks, and then have just a few of these on the side that take up a smaller percentage of my portfolio versus all of it like I had before. And so yeah, we're here in the portfolio spreadsheet now. You can see up 2.09%, which is the monthly goal we have, and we just closed out our first month of trading. So this is amazing. We hit this goal perfectly. You can see I've updated all the pages here. We have now, instead of the monthly pages, we just have shares, which will keep track of all our shares, opened and closed positions, and just an options page, which keeps track of open options right here, and realized and closed options, as well as dividends and interest payments. And then on the side here is all the stats for each month, which you can see for the month of June, which we just finished out. We ended with a total income of $125.60, or 2.09%, and an overall profit for the month of $125.28, or 2.09%, which is exactly in line with our 2% per month goal that we're looking to hit every single month. And yeah, here you can see all the positions we opened and closed during the entire month. These are all the ones that are realized and closed, and these are the only two that I currently have open in terms of options that are still open as of right now, which will be pushed over to the next month, assuming that we end up closing them during the month of July. If we don't, it's just going to stay up here. For example, the SoFi call debit spread will probably just sit up here for a while. But yeah, so that's kind of how the spreadsheet's going to work going forward. But yeah, just to go over a couple things, as you guys know, we got assigned at $8 per share on ChargePoint, which if I go to the options, you can see that right here. Got assigned at the $8 strike on ChargePoint for 2 contracts. Ended up turning around and selling the $8 strike call option for the end of the week, which was really far out of the money at the time, and I'm actually going to go back to ChargePoint here. Like I said at the time, let's see, so we get assigned at basically this level right here last week, and it ended up falling all the way down to 723, and then pretty much all of last week was just totally bullish. It went from 723 consistently straight up all the way to 875, which is insane. But yeah, this was kind of a learning experience, because when this dropped a ton, you can see my portfolio as a whole fell all the way down $116, so actually 2%. It fell 2%, and what this kind of taught me is that I was over allocating, I guess, not diversifying enough, because I had a long cash secured put on ChargePoint as well as 200 shares. So when ChargePoint started falling, it took my entire portfolio down with it. So the lesson I learned from ChargePoint was that I really need to diversify more and allocate no more than, one put contract or 100 shares to each stock, because otherwise, if that one stock goes bust, you can see it'll just totally drag me down even if all my other positions are doing good. So going forward, we're just going to have one contract or 100 shares of each given stock, because we really want to make sure we're diversified and we're allocating to more locations than just one. But luckily ChargePoint gave us an opportunity to exit those shares as well as the short put by just rallying like that. So we were able to get away unscathed for this time, but it's a good lesson to know going forward. And I still love ChargePoint as a stock. I'm going to actually end up selling another put on ChargePoint this week, so I still really want to get back into ChargePoint, probably around the $8 strike or the $7.50. So I still really like the stock, but I don't like it enough to have more than 100 shares or one contract. So going forward, all I want is just 100 shares of ChargePoint, no more, no less. But yeah, beyond that, you can see I color code all my positions by the week. So this was the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, fifth week of June. As you can see here, this is all the stuff that I opened and closed for last week. So there's actually kind of a lot to go over. Here you can see that ChargePoint, the 2 ChargePoint calls I sold last week. Here you can see an AT&T put contract I actually sold last week as well for $4, and that ended up expiring worthless. And you can see we actually got paid 2 dividends. So apparently these pay out dividends. I actually did not know that, but we ended up receiving 10 cents in dividends for our less than 1 share. So that's actually really nice. I like that. So yeah, we got 2 dividends there, as well as 2 interest payments for quite a lot of money actually. And so yeah, all of this tallied up to be just a nice little boost to the income stream. And yeah, these were the only plays that I opened this week, but you can see I ended up closing out my SoFi short put, my cash secure put on SoFi, the 45 DTE one, and I also closed the 45 DTE ChargePoint cash secured put that I was talking about earlier. And aside from that, that is pretty much everything for this week. But yeah, so that is the first month in the books, totally done. Met the goal exactly, pretty much met it perfectly. So I'm super happy about that. We learned a couple lessons along the way, modified the strategy. We've got a ton of new stocks we want to wheel that are going to be much better for the long term, that give out dividends. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully the month of July will be just as good, if not way better. We'll have to see how it goes down. I'm projecting it to be better just because of things I've learned and the new stocks we're looking to wheel. But yeah, so month of June is in the books. Totally met the goal, and looking forward to July. See you in the next video.